Hi guys, it's SimLicy here, so welcome to another apartment renovation. So today I'm back renovating this apartment, which is another city living apartment, and this time it's this Jasmine Suites apartment. I forget the exact address, but as always, you can look on the top left-hand side of the screen to see the address, so if you want to place it in your game, that's where it goes. So for this apartment, I want to do something that wasn't using the tool mod, so I leave all of the windows alone, and I really wanted to work with, the floor plan that is possible with doing that. And this is actually a floor plan that I've done before. At least I think it's very similar to one that I've done before. I don't remember exactly because it's been a long time. It was I think a boy mom apartment. It was a single mom's apartment with 2 boys, I believe. And I think that one only had 2 bedrooms. So this one has 3. So the layout is a little bit different. I also tried to squeeze in 2 bathrooms, but then I quickly realized that the living room was going to be too small with another bathroom. So I just got rid of the second one, so they all have to share 1 bathroom, which I actually really like for like a family apartment, to imagine a lot of Sims living in one apartment and they all have to share the bathroom, maybe even fight over the bathroom. I just think that's kind of like a fun family idea, family sort of like conflict. I mean, it's not really like a major conflict, but between siblings, it could probably cause some problems. But anyways, here you can see I'm working on the living room, trying to get like the layout of where the kitchen's going to be, the dining table. I think this is very similar to the layout that I did before in that same apartment that I was talking about, but I think it works really nicely for just like putting the kitchen and like the whole living area on this end of the apartment. It makes sense to me to have the dining table where it is and the living room where it is and the kitchen. And I also really liked the colors that I used. I used lots of blues in here and also that like more orangey, it's not like a super orangey wood, but it has an orangish hue to it. It's like more of like a golden wood, if you can call it that. And then I also used some of this modular furniture that came from Dream Home Decorator. The browns don't necessarily match, but I actually really like that because I imagine that this is more of like a built-in unit and the furniture is stuff that they brought with them into the apartment or bought as they've lived here. And so I think that makes a lot more sense for them not to match exactly perfectly, and it makes it feel a little bit more realistic that way, to not have your furniture match perfectly, with your built-in furniture in your apartment. So that's what I was going for, and I think it's actually super cute, and I love this coffee table with all of the clutter on it. There's some magazines, some debug items like some pens and pencils and a crayon and some glue, and I think I even put some glitter up there, and then also a laundry basket to show that they've currently been folding clothes, which I think is super cute. And I also cluttered up the top of the dining table over here with a few different decorations. I also put that to-go bag of food that you can find in the debug menu. I was going to have a sacked lunch, but I decided the to-go bag of food was a better option, but of course the bag of lunch is cute too. But yeah, and then over here is going to be the kitchen, and I decided to use these Jungle Adventure counters, and I think they look really nice in this apartment in this color, and the wood tone actually matches the Dream Home Decorator stuff a little bit, so it made it feel like the furniture was separate from the apartment, but I think I tied it in with some of like the yellowness in the countertops. Not sure if you guys will agree, but that's how I was feeling, and I think it just feels super cozy and perfect for a family. And the family that I imagine living here was a single dad and his 4 daughters. I thought that would be super fun because I've done several different apartments for, single parents that only have like all daughters or all sons or something, and I don't think I've done a single dad's apartment that has 4 daughters before. I think I've done 3, and I think that's it if I remember correctly. But yeah, I thought this would be a nice idea, and I really enjoyed thinking of the personalities for the kids and for the dad too. I really think that he is just like your classic just good dad. He tries to be there for his daughters at like every event that they are for school, and he works really hard. I imagine he has to work quite a bit to support all of them. I don't know what happened to their mom. If you guys have any ideas, definitely let me know. But yeah, I thought that was a really nice idea. I also think he enjoys reading and writing. I did another built-in unit in his bedroom, and I put a desk there, and I think he spends a lot of time in there getting work done or just like, I don't know, writing or something. I don't know exactly what he does for a living. I feel like he has a very typical, just not very interesting job, just whatever he could basically qualify for. He doesn't have like a degree necessarily, or he might have a degree, but he's not working in like a specialized field. He works just kind of like maybe a labor job or something, or like at a grocery store, or just not something very like you know, not like a journalist or a painter or something, not one of those types of jobs is what I was thinking, but I think he wants to be. And I think writing is what he would like to do. Maybe he wants to be like a journalist for some sort of like, I don't know, magazine that he's into or something like that. So let me know if you guys have any ideas, because I didn't like fully flesh it out. It's just kind of the feeling that I was getting while I was decorating this apartment. And then for the children, I imagined that he has twin children and then 2 teenage daughters. So 2 children daughters and 2 teen daughters, and the teenagers I think are close in age, but they're not twins. But I mean, they could be twins. I don't know. Anytime I have children share a room, I feel like they should be twins. I don't know exactly why that is, but yeah, I thought that was kind of a nice idea. And I did a build recently where I had, you know, twin teens, so I thought I shouldn't do it again. But anyways, here you can see they've completely overran the bathroom. I think the teenagers are especially really into makeup, and so they have taken over the bathroom. The dad basically has none of his stuff in there. He has a few bottles of like cologne on his dresser in his room, and that's his space to store his bathroom stuff. And so I thought that was a fun idea. And I use bunk beds in the kids' room, and I think one of the girls is a lot more like him. She's a lot more of like a tomboy. I put some more like posters that I thought kind of resembled that sort of personality a little bit more on the top bunk. So I thought that was pretty fun. And I think she really looks up to her dad and loves him a lot, but she's kind of more like has more of a rough sort of personality, and she doesn't like to be vulnerable. Maybe she's been hurt in the past. Maybe whatever happened to her mom really hurt her. And she really doesn't like to let like people close and to really let her like guard down. And so I thought that was a nice idea, and I could really just picture that sim a lot. And then her twin sister is completely different than her. She is bubbly and outgoing, very girly and affectionate, and probably just wears her emotions on her sleeves and cries or laughs, you know, at every possibility. And so I thought that was kind of a nice different dynamic. And I also think that the girl on the top bunk is I think she spends a lot of time alone, but I imagine she likes to skateboard. And so I imagine she just like skateboards around the city when she's not in school or at home, when she needs to be at home for like dinner and stuff. And I think her sister kind of gets the run of the bedroom because she spends a lot more time at home. And so I added more decorations that suited the child on the lower bunk. And so hopefully that makes sense. But either way, I blabbered over decorating the dad's room. As you can see, I did that built-in unit where I have the desk, also a couple of dressers. I used the smaller dressers that came from Tiny Living because I didn't have like a whole lot of space to put them. I could have put the bed up against the wall since it's just like a single sim using it. And then I would have had, you know, more room for a bigger dresser, but I didn't think it was that big of a deal. And plus, you know, he might want to start dating again eventually and might want to have another sim sleep in his bed, which they do scoot over, but I don't think they can woohoo. I don't know. I don't know how it works, but anyways, over here I am decorating the kids' room. So like I was saying, the kid on the top bunk is a lot more of a tomboy, a lot more not necessarily rebellious, but they do have a bit more of like a rougher exterior, but they are a total sweetheart when you actually get to know them, and they're a really like good sim, I think, but they've just been hurt in the past like I was saying. But I do think the sim on the lower bottom has taken the brunt of the room. So I have very like cutesy posters and decorations around, like the mirror is like pink and covered in stickers, and I feel like the sim just like takes any opportunity that they can to add their own decorations because they don't like their sister's style at all. And I also forgot about this light, this string of lights. It's like these flowers. I haven't used it in so long and I completely forgot about it. So I'm actually really excited that I found it because I was actually looking for the string of lights that has all of the pictures because I thought that would show that that sim was very social and likes to like have a lot of friends and do things like that. But yeah, I don't know. I found that one and I thought it was perfect and it's so cute. I don't really like that string one because it has like a mixture of like older Sims and kid Sims. I wish there was an option that just had children Sims and then an option that just had like older teenager Sims. That way you could use it in like a teenager's room or a kid's room, because I always feel a little bit weird using it in like a teen's room if there's like children on it, because I don't think they would have like children as friends necessarily. So yeah, that's just something I think about. But anyways, there I just finished decorating the kids' room, and then over here it's going to be the teenagers' room. So like I was saying, they aren't twins, but they're very close in age and they're very much alike. and they are kind of obnoxious because they're like perfect basically. They cheer, they dance, they do all of the activities, they have trophies for their accomplishments, and they're just basically good at everything. And so the three of them, these two and then the child on the lower bunk, I think are all very much alike. But then the one on the top bunk is very different than the rest of their sisters, a lot more like the dad. I think the dad and her share a lot of like personality traits, and so I thought that was kind of a nice dynamic among all of them. But yeah, in here I kind of struggled with how I was going to lay out the furniture. I wanted them to have a dresser and I wanted them to have a desk, and I chose this desk. This one came from Eco Lifestyle, and I loved the sort of like citrus color on top. It was kind of like a really orangey pink color, and it felt very like citrusy to me, and there was lots of like those oranges and pinks throughout the room, and I just thought it was so cute, and I just really liked that a lot. And I can imagine these girls wearing those types of colors in their clothes, maybe even like bright lipstick. Like they're very bubbly and outgoing and wear bright colors and all of that kind of stuff. So yeah, I thought that was fun. I'm also using another tiny living dresser for their wardrobe. I imagine them to have a bigger one, but really I just did not have the space for it, so we can pretend that they both fit all of their clothes into this one dresser. And then here I'm cluttering up the top of the desk with some books and some succulents and a lamp and just a few clutter items that I thought looked nice. And I also clutter up the top of the dresser with more makeup clutter and just things that I thought kind of suited their personality and fit the room basically. I used lots of nail polish in this build. And then I put some magazines on the ground, and then there's some CDs too, which I thought looked super cute. And I just really like the way this whole like room turned out and like their personality and stuff. I think it was super fun. So hopefully you guys have liked it too. Hopefully you guys like this apartment, and I hope you guys do enjoy the screenshots. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and please leave any comments or suggestions you have, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye!
To your heart.